Okay.
I'll run it and then I'll display my I'll start displaying my screen. That would not be it. Okay. So you can see my screen?
Yes, yes, I can see now.
Okay. Oh, funny. I started running my other instance. Isn't that weird?
Okay.
I started running the wrong thing. I apologize.
Okay.
Um, I have a different instance. So
Hmm.
let me get out of that window. That's
Okay.
weird. I shouldn't have done that. Apologies. So let me run the
Yeah, no worry, no worry.
right
Yeah.
one. I like two terminal. I didn't close a terminal window, so I started running the other one that I had.
Okay.
Um, yeah. So this goes really fast.
Hmm.
You can't even see what you've done.
Hmm.
So it goes really fast. So I probably made a mistake. I don't know why I made them separate it statements.
Hmm.
I made them all like separate its,
Okay. So now
but they
you.
all followed
Yeah,
the
yeah.
same pattern.
Okay.
So I can look at what it did if I want to. It runs pretty fast, so
It runs, but you don't get that result now. Can you?
I should have had this
Can,
result.
can
Yeah, it took me to the next page
Okay,
with
okay,
all
okay,
that
okay. Yeah,
criteria.
yeah, yeah,
Okay, here's what it looks like. Okay, I
yeah.
can't see the full page, but the stuff I used, and I'm to the point of discipline down here. I think.
You can
Um,
also use check boxes.
yeah. Discipline. Why didn't it do discipline? Did I not do discipline?
Yeah, discipline is. Yeah, yeah. Discipline is
Did
remain.
I not? You know what? I think I forgot discipline, but I don't need to. Oh, yeah, I forgot discipline.
Okay, so you can
um,
try.
yeah, I can put it back. I can put it in. Um, I forgot discipline. Isn't that funny? I guess I can look for it here. Um, like physicals. I'll do the first one. Eh, Let me look at this again. Oh, huh, where is it? I was looking for the name of it. Not that. Should be like the other ones.
Okay.
That's funny. Yeah, I'm not doing this right. uh, Not doing it right. Physical sciences I want. So let me, I guess, do that.
Okay.
Physical sciences. Um, why is this not like the other ones? Oh, edit TID. Here it is. Edit TID. Okay. Quick do my, I'll do my script. Oop, select by.
Oh,
I should get out of here because
yeah.
I'm scripting. Um, Yeah, let me shut down. Except for now, I don't have. I was kind of looking
Mm-hmm.
at a TID 3. I don't have the number memorized. Physical sciences.
Okay.
Physical sciences. I mean, I can grab over to what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
Select by discipline. It was TID 3, physical sciences, but I'm not sure what the value is. So I think I have it. Oh, it was by practice. What was I looking for? Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Um, by discipline. Isn't that funny? My page doesn't have discipline.
Okay, you that display is not getting displayed, correct? Yeah.
Yeah, my page didn't have discipline. I can't remember everything that I selected, but let's just, and I was selecting high school. Okay, it's the second page that has the discipline on it. Okay, so I don't have to worry about discipline this go round.
Okay.
Yeah, so let me go back and I'm going to just because I might need it later.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not, but just, I was wondering how I missed that. That's interesting. There's a lot of selections there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're watching. It went real fast.
Yeah, it's fast now. Yeah,
Real fast, but what's nice is that you can like try to look at it if
yeah. Mm-hmm.
like that one. You can try, select a grade. Well, it didn't really show it well, but
Okay.
but
Yeah,
yeah.
discipline. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So so this is once you get the pattern of what they are, whatever those values are, it works well.
Correct.
Um get your syntax. I'm better off doing it offline too, because then I can focus on it because I just get everything kind of mixed up here.
Mm-hmm.
So, yep. So
Great.
I used the one that I had, and then I did use the click the search button stuff
Oh,
that we
great.
had before.
Great. Great.
Yeah, it worked.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think I needed separate it statements. I'm not sure why I did that. I guess maybe if I was going to try to make it super dynamic, like try to make it randomly choose any one of those,
Yeah, yeah.
which
We'll
sounds like
yeah, we'll check
it'd
it
be
also
hard,
dynamic.
but
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, it
Correct.
sounds like it's something you might want to do, get real sophisticated, but that you would like randomly have it selected or something like that.
Exactly. Exactly.
Then
Yeah.
yeah, so maybe you do need separate sections. I'm not sure why I did that,
Correct.
but
Yeah. Shall I share my screen?
mhm.
Yeah.
Yep. So, and most of the time we're dealing with high school, just that's why I chose that. So
Okay.
most of the time we're dealing with, sometimes it's 8 through 12, sometimes 9 through 12, or sometimes 7 and 8 is middle school. So I
Okay.
guess it depends on how they've got it.
So there is you working as a what manager or like TL like in your company? What's your post?
Um, yeah, okay. So I am a senior quality assurance person, and I have worked either as a business analyst or a senior quality assurance person probably since quality assurance since the mid
Okay.
1980s. So,
19,
um,
1980.
mid 1980s. So I have more. So I've tried to, and I also have. So I have if you've ever heard of a PMP certification and
Okay.
also a BA certification, I have the certifications, but
Okay.
I've mainly done manual testing.
Okay.
So I do work for a smaller company, and I mainly have done manual testing. And we have a situation that we really do need to automate testing, and it really is automating testing of examinations.
Okay.
So it's like, and it is this to conform with the NGSS standards that they have in the United States. And so we have like school districts, and so you have a teacher, you can have a class, you can like make up an assignment assessment. So I guess I gave my background, and then I'm saying what I'm trying to do. But I have quite a bit of manual testing. But what we
Okay.
need to do is that we do have a lot of problems with the exams, the scores, what
Okay.
category the exam might be in a certain category. That's You've seen some of those categories on NGSS. They might be in a certain category, and that the statistics are coming out right. And
Okay.
then, as you can imagine, yeah, and you can probably imagine we would have a need to be able to generate a lot of these to make sure that they're okay. So
Okay.
to do it manually is hard.
Mm-hmm.
It takes too much time. And we do have a way to to have our own section where we can create classes and create students.
Okay.
And we actually have somebody who does this automatically. It's homegrown, but he's doing it reliably. We don't really need to do that, but we
Mm-hmm.
do need to um, the exam taking process. And we have different types of questions, like a multiple choice, like a drop down box, like a
Mm-hmm.
fill in the blank. Some of them, like a drag and drop, that's too hard. We probably wouldn't automate it. But multiple choice is one of the ones that's used a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Types of questions, true, false, those are easy. And then a drop down, and they're all within H5P. So we really have an interest in doing this. And right now, I'm kind of like on the bench, which is kind of hard. I was working on more of a transactional accounting system. I have a lot of background with accounting, testing,
Okay.
financial, even like trust. Yeah.
Mm.
And so, but it is, I've worked with things like HPALM, you know, I don't know if you've worked with it, but that the software costs in the hundreds of thousands of dollars, and it's more at the enterprise, like they were using a credit card system or whatever.
Okay.
And so this is more of like a content management transactional system that we're doing testing in, but we really have had issues with maybe questions being skipped,
Mm-hmm.
those types of things not going quite right in the student experience. And so we're trying, and also the scoring on this other side, when we make some changes to maybe the way that it's scoring or question type, is it coming through okay? So we are having challenges. Well, it is within an iframe.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It is H5P, so we're having some challenges there. So I would like to show you what I'm going through. We don't have to do it now. We want to try to get through the class, but I
Yeah.
thought I'd give you a little bit of a background that I have. So I have a lot of experience writing manual test cases, writing
Okay.
manual test plans, that type of stuff, and even planning out at an enterprise level the testing that would need to be done in the past. Those
Okay.
jobs are kind of going away, seem to be.
Mm-hmm.
But there's always room for manual testers, and there's always, to do this test automation.
Okay.
And we do have a person who does a lot of test automation. Oh God, I can't remember, but he's doing it more on the unit side. We do need to see from the front end and like compatibility too. And we do have a lot of Safari users being education.
Okay.
In the United States, you have a lot of Safari users who are in the education field.
Okay.
So, yeah,
Okay.
gave you more information than you probably wanted, but that's kind of where we're coming from. But yeah, I'm a person with an awful lot of experience in testing, and I've probably learned in the 90s, they had a lot of record playback.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Dennis, how many years of experience do you have right now? Interesting.
I started working in 1985 after I got my master's degree in business.
Oh, 85.
Um,
Yeah, it's almost 40 years.
yes,
Oh, that's
yes.
great.
And in this country, we retire. Now they've got it more at like 67. So I really want to, work a few more years.
Okay.
And so,
That's
I mean, I'm finding this is a good skill. And the
exactly.
other thing is that just to give another flavor to it,
Mhm.
it takes some IT skills to do genealogical research
Yeah.
online. And
Mhm.
so in the United, that's a big hobby, but I've been doing genealogical research for many years. And some of this I think will help some of the efforts that I have. I'm part of a organization. I'll be inducted or whatever. I have United States Revolutionary War was in the 1770s.
Okay.
I have probably 6 or 7 great grandfathers who were there
Okay.
doing it and can be proven. And so this is a group that does a lot of genealogical research. And I also see some of this could be helpful for the genealogical research too. Not just this, some
Okay.
of this automation could
Yeah,
be
that's
useful
great.
for
That's
them.
great. By hearing you, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm a person with an awful lot of experience, and I'm finally there's a lot of reasons why companies don't do automation.
Mhm.
And there's also I think they overstate how beneficial the automation is. My
Mhm.
company has already had the issue where their unit test scripts in the other project that I rolled off for wouldn't run because they weren't rolling the environment back. I worked for a company for 16 years that their specialty was testing.
Mhm.
And I went into, I don't know if you're familiar with HPALM, but that's a very large product. It costs in the hundreds of thousands of dollars. I don't know even know if some companies are using it because they have the scale, like Chase Manhattan, or, the credit card processors or the large banks or whatever.
Mhm.
And what happened, I went to we had it was probably like 15 years ago. I went to this seminar with a guy that I worked with, and he was an automation expert
Okay.
in HPLM, and it was the people I worked with. And they were doing, I'll say it now who their client was because it was many years ago. They were doing like Victoria's Secret. But it wasn't the test automation software that they really automated. They automated the environment. The test automation software was like the least of your worries. And
Mhm.
it was more like the picking of all the options that you needed to make it look like the orders that you would have. And in those
Mhm.
days, it wasn't CICD probably, but now it would be what runs in your CICD, what or just random combinations of different orders to try to do a regular load to make sure that everything's okay before the processing day starts.
Mhm.
And what happened though, it wasn't so much the automation, it was the environment that was what these people were doing. But 15 years ago, and they were people I worked with, they sold this to like 1 or 2 clients, but the
Okay.
problem is that people couldn't maintain it because it was so hard, because
Mhm.
it was more the benefit of rolling your environment back to a clean state and then playing it. And then obviously you might have to, if things change, update your scripts or whatever. And um, so what I'm trying to say is the automation experience I've had, or the fact that I've seen it not go well, I've seen it go well where you could repeat it, where you had multiple countries or
Mhm.
multiple different clients, and you could just like copy it and not do a lot of maintenance on it.
Mhm.
But I've seen it not work so many times, the automation. But it seems like it can work. But right now I'm having some real struggles within an iframe because now it doesn't recognize when I go page next. It thinks it's another website. Ugh.
Okay. Mhm.
Yeah. So, but that was a long, hairy explanation. But you see what I'm saying? I mean, that's one reason why automation doesn't get off well. in a
Yeah.
lot of places because you have to have the environment to support it. It
Mhm.
depends on what your goals are, but a lot of people think you have a greater coverage than you're going to have, and a lot of people think you're going to have less maintenance than you're really going to have with automation. And we have a situation with a person I'm working with now is that he feels like he has a really good set of, and forgive me, I forgot the name, but he has a really good set of unit tests and he updates them regularly. But
Okay.
you still need front end on it. I don't want to do anything redundant or
Mhm.
don't want too much redundancy, but I want to be able to cover from the front end side because
Mhm.
we do find stuff from the front end. That's why we're doing manual testing. And we
Exactly.
won't ever get rid of the manual testing, but we will be able to do more from the front end if we can get past that one issue
Mhm.
with
Yeah,
our executions. Mhm.
exactly.
So yeah, but I mean, I'll tell you, things repeat in the systems environment.
Yeah.
Issues repeat themselves. They're just called something different. I'll just
Okay.
put it that way.
Okay.
If you've worked for many years, it's just like that's kind of the same thing, but they call it something different now. So when I talk about it, I'm probably gonna have to use different words.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah.
So if I ask you how you find this Cypress now, looking good or like interesting or what?
I find it interesting. There's many ways to do things. It's a challenge. I think the people who do better in it,
Mhm.
they have development backgrounds because it's really end-to-end unit testing.
Exactly.
Like I wasn't sure what, when we open this thing up, when we open up not choose a browser. Oh, I apologize, not that.
Yeah, yeah.
When we open it up and it's for component testing,
Yeah, yeah.
and component is very much unit, and I understand how valuable that can be, because we've got all the, we look at this website and there's all kinds of components on it,
Mhm.
the NGSS one. um, so I do find it interesting. The thing about the flakiness and the unreliability,
Mhm.
and that maybe you have to put an add-on for a reporter, um, y- y- and it just seems like, okay, so yesterday I installed the most recent version. So I have two different instances of what I'm trying to test with student executions.
Okay. Mhm.
And it seems to me like they don't want to support anything.
Mhm.
So we have a runner. So we have a runner
Okay.
that their standard runner. And it seems to me like they really just don't want to support. They
Mhm.
want to support their own account structure. The what is it called? The dashboard. I'm sorry. They want to support the dashboard, and that costs, if you do more than 500 runs or whatever in a month, it's going to cost you. And I can guarantee you, I
Mhm.
may end up doing that, trying to just debug something in a week. Um, I could, but so it just seems to me like this runner. I'd like to know more how to debug within the standard Cypress test runner. And in 11, they've made it really hard to step through your tests.
Mhm.
At least here I can kind of step through stuff. They've made it really hard. And so I could downgrade to maybe one of the 10s. By the way, 10 was a whole rewrite, which I didn't realize till I was looking at some YouTubes this morning. 10 was definitely a whole rewrite.
Exactly. 10 is, yeah, yeah, correct.
Yeah, so, and that changed a lot, and so what I had been trying to do and spent a lot of time, I kept trying to upgrade what I had. That
Mhm.
was a mistake. Just do a separate instance. And I really, and you do a separate instance, you do have to redo your configuration and some of that other stuff.
Mhm. Correct.
But yeah, so, but I've kind of struggled with it, and I hadn't had time to devote to it. Now I'm on the bench,
Yeah,
which is
correct.
not good. But so I've had time to devote to it now. And my company has a training budget, and I this is my third year with them, and I've never used the training budget. So it's like, yeah, use the training budget,
Okay.
especially when you're on the bench. So, so I've got all this time to, they may have me do some other stuff. So I was kind of trying to rush, and I'm talking about my own study. I was trying do, the other install and everything, because I know the first question is going to say, your stuff doesn't run right. Well, upgrade. And
Mhm.
I've got the same issue that I
Okay.
had before. So yeah.
And
Yep.
second thing I want to ask, how you find my teaching? You're getting or not? What I'm teaching you?
It's fine. It's good. I like the fact that I have a one-on-one class. As you can see, I just need to be alone to type. You know, I just need to be alone to type because I don't my whole life I don't hear. I mean, I'm visual. I take a lot of notes, but I don't what somebody tells me, I can't remember. I know that sounds bad, but that's just the way it is. I just can't. Somebody tells me something, I have to write it down. And
Okay.
that's I've been that way my whole life. And, I just know that I'm that way. I can write a lot. I can see a lot at one time. I can do a lot more stuff structurally than most people. It's a little odd thing to do, but I need to be alone to type. I know that sounds
Oh,
stupid, but
that
yeah.
yeah, that's great. That's great. Yeah.
Yeah, I just need to be alone to type and find stuff, and then I'm fine. So that's the part because I just don't have the memory. And I know that most people probably do when you can tell them something. I don't have that memory to hear. I have to write it down and just, type it up or whatever. That's
Okay.
just the way I've always been. So,
Great.
yeah.
So you're right
Yeah, I
about
mean I mean
yeah.
I have like a great memory. Like people are really surprised at how much history stuff and how much stuff I can tie together, and how
Mhm.
much when I look at something, I can all of a sudden remember it. I mean, if I look at notes, then I can remember an awful lot. But I mean, if you tell me something and people like stupid, why are you writing it down? It's just, tell me something simple. It's just like that's just the way I am.
Mhm. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Different people have different skills, and I know I'm unusual. What did somebody say? I have a skill for taxonomies. I can see stuff, but I have to see at the highest level, and I work it all the way down, and I know how to classify it. Most people can't do that, but that comes in handy when you do which people don't do anymore. Very many, you do the test plans for at organizational units. Like I had done one for the Board of Trade, the Chicago Board of Trade, a long
Okay.
time ago. Yeah. Yeah.
That's great.
So we've all got different skills. So anyway, it's good skill for genealogy though, because you
Exactly.
can kind of,
Mhm.
yeah, you have a good memory for that stuff. I have a hard time with geography. They're getting better with geography now.
Okay.
So like my fifth great grandfather, I thought they were buried in North Carolina. I had no idea that it was far western Pennsylvania. It's like, but he lived in North Carolina. And it wasn't that the borders changed. That's the other thing. You have to have an idea. You have to know what the maps are. So a lot of genealogy, a lot of the software makers are trying to get into also plotting, besides plotting a timeline automatically, plotting
Mhm.
the regions.
Okay. Great.
And also the name of those regions, because like the borders changed a lot, especially like
Yeah,
in
exactly.
Europe in World War I.
Mhm.
And even throughout history, a lot of those European borders would change. But in the US, you didn't even have well, you didn't even have certain states. And sometimes they were large territories and then they became states in time, so you have to know the progression.
Okay.
So,
Mhm.
yeah, a lot of information, I know. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's the same thing I was thinking that you have lots of information, you know.
Yeah, I have too much information. Well, for part of it is that I'm old, but you have a lot of information when you're old. But part of it is that I do like history, and I always thought my mom was from Germany,
Germany, yeah,
and
yeah.
my father was from Texas,
Oh,
and my obviously I'm old, and my parents were born a very long time ago, and it's just an interesting history to see the progression and
okay.
even people who are different from different generations, they just like the 1950 census just came out, and to most people, 1950 sounds ancient. I wasn't born in 1950, but it doesn't sound so ancient to me.
Okay.
Uh, but it's a big thing, and you can search the census. You can do a lot of stuff with Excel.
Yeah.
Um,
See,
with like
yeah,
searching it. So yeah, so it's there's just an awful lot of
exactly.
history that
And
you can capture
I
that
appreciate
people aren't aware of.
exactly, and I appreciate the way you like you had said, telling me like you're from born 1950, but still you are learning the new technology. Cypress is very amazing for me.
Yeah. It's different. I mean, I think it's 2017 when it came out, and the guy who was the founder, he was funny. I mean, I
Okay.
can't believe it. I'm going to say arrogant. He was clicking some stuff, talking about all this stuff that nobody, I don't even know if people in the business really would understand him or just pretend like they did, you know? I thought that was funny.
Okay.
I did. I thought that that was really funny. But
Mhm.
um
Mhm.
but I see what they're trying to do. Um it's selenium never really, a lot of people would work with selenium, but it's just, I've never really worked with it, but it's just been harder to
Yeah,
work with.
yeah, it's a harder. Just we have to put some, implicit, explicit, fluent weights,
Mhm.
which we know found in this Cypress.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Cypress seems to, you can install it easily.
exactly.
Um you have to know what you're doing. I started out not knowing what I was doing, but my partner, he's been in the business a long time too, and he knows systems better than I am. He's a DBA for a cellular phone company.
Okay.
And so he has helped me step through some of the stuff that I had no clue what to do. But in some ways, it's kind of dangerous when you're just hunting and pecking. And then if you do stuff wrong, then sometimes it's hard to forget it. Um, it's hard to forget it. And yesterday we installed something which caused us to go back to 9.7 in the 11 install, and then it wrote out some junk because no longer do you really have to use that integration folder, but I can't get rid of it either. But that's fine. I mean, now I know I'm not, I'm not using it. And then I had to convert the scripts to a .cyjs,
Okay.
which, but
Mhm.
not, I'm not the scripts, but not the configuration fold files for that other thing I'm working on. So, I just feel like it's important to have training where people start you from the beginning. So many times you think that you can go in and learn something, but these YouTube videos aren't telling me what I really needed to know. I need to know about the Cypress dashboard, and I don't know if I can find a video that's really going to talk to me about the Cypress dashboard. They're going to tell me all about their, no, I'm sorry, the Cypress dashboard is their thing. I'm sorry, the Cypress test runner. I'm not gonna find that. They're gonna give me a bunch of stuff about the dashboard, which I don't care because I don't want to use that. We might end up using it if we have enough need, but I don't want to use it right now. You know.
Okay. Mhm.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is you try to find something and you can't find it. I mean, even though they've got all these different topics and all these different things, you can't find it, or they start talking about something for 30 minutes and 5 minutes of it you can use.
Sure. Sure.
So yeah.
Yeah.
They have good documentation, but the documentation still doesn't give you what all you
e-
need or what
Exactly.
your issue is.
Yeah. Sure. So now we'll see the how to automate dynamic drop down. Okay.
Okay.
See, I'm having the code, but I'm trying to figure out by writing. Okay. Hello.
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
here.
I'll just write down here dynamic. If you want, you can follow me.
Sure. You mean follow you typing
Yeah.
wise
Yeah.
or
Yeah. Yeah.
okay. Let me get back to my should be 1 moment.
Sure. Sure.
Drag my screen where I want it. Okay. So should I make another copy of what
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
have? Are we doing NGSS, or are we doing something else, or doesn't
We
matter?
we can just do the Air India.
Okay, so we're gonna do another Air India. Okay. How about
Okay.
okay.
Here is dynamic drawdown. We have C. So I'm just writing from the scratch.
Uh-huh.
I'll just take the triple slash, then this less than sign, reference types equal to Cypress.
Okay.
What I'll do, I'll just
Yeah, I do like how we document on the top kind of what we're
I'll just
doing
put
because
once.
that's helpful.
Yeah,
Oops.
fine. The button. Using callback function, I'm using here. Open Air India website. If I go here, just copy this one. Visit, copy it. So I see here, India is open here. Please, can you see this
Okay,
screen?
let me
Yeah, you want to write on? Yeah,
yeah, let me from the chat or oh, you want me to do the CY visit? I think I've got that one.
yeah.
Air India and HTTP. Oh, I don't have the HTTPS. Okay.
Okay, now now I just go here and search this. Click here. Now I got this ID from.
Hmm.
I just take this
Okay.
ID, Control C, and check it out using hash ID. Let me check it's unique or not. Oh, it's not unique. One of two. So what I'll do, I'll just take the help of attribute value, tag name attribute equal to value.
Hmm.
So I'll just go here and check it out. What's the tag name of this input? So input ID equal to from. So
Okay.
input is my tag name. Removing this hash input ID equal to single quote from. I just remove this one, close it. Yeah, one of one.
Input
Yeah,
type. Ooh. Um.
yeah.
Uh, okay. Yeah, I do have the same thing. So you're putting in input ID.
Equal to from.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oops. ID equals instead of the hashtag you have.
Okay, when
Okay.
you're using the tag name, tag name attribute equal to
Mm-hmm.
value, then in that case there is no need to use a hash or dot.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm sorry. And then you have brackets now that I see them. They're brackets, whatever they're called. Okay. And so we see one of one. Okay.
Yeah. Now I'll just copy this one. I'll just go to my VS Code. Now I'll just make one another block. It enter A in
It's
the dynamic drop down. Okay, enter A. A should be in the single quote. If I say,
yeah, single quote.
I'm just putting A.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. I
dynamic
might
dot on
already
dynamic dot on from. Okay,
enter a drop
now
down.
yeah, I'm just in CY dot get.
Okay.
Here, this one is my selector. Select now. Type A. Got it? Now I run
ID.
this one and pick Cypress open.
Oh, okay. Hmm. Oh, uh-oh. I'm at type.
Mhm.
Hmm. So now I've got to look at my CY visit. Oh, that's part of my problem. I'm missing like my syntax is bad. I'll just put it that way.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, that's weird.
Yeah.
No, that's not it. All right, I'll let you run that and then I'll fix mine.
Now I just go down here. Dynamic. Yeah. 8 minutes ago. Yeah. This one I want to.
Hmm.
I just enlarge. Okay. See what happened here.
Just one moment.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I know that. Why this giving me error? Yeah. I haven't used the callback function.
Oh. Oh, I have to do. I've got to write a quick thing on the. Oh boy, I just have to write a quick status here. I have to tell people I can't be in a meeting. So,
Mhm.
all right. I'm sorry.
See, I got the A here. Can you see?
Yeah, I
Now,
see the A barely.
is
Barely,
it
yes.
is that now
Yep, barely.
in this A, I want to select this. For example, I'll take any like Adana. I'll take Adana, Turkey. I'll take the
Mhm.
screen. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Or if I choose C here, Chicago is not there. Okay. Okay. I'll take A, and I want to insert this string here. So what I'll do, I'll go to my website here. I'll just put here from A.
Mhm. Gonna do the first one, Aberdeen.
Yeah, the A. If I search, see what happened now.
But
Yeah, now I'll check this Adana. Right click,
oh,
search. Yeah, this one I want. Okay, I'll just copy this string here, and in the notepad, I just
oh, okay, yeah,
yeah. Now I want to select that Adana. Okay,
okay.
now what I'll do, first I'll check it out the uh, locator for that Adana.
Uh-huh.
See this one Adana, I got it. This one is Adana. If I close, these are the values. Okay, so all the value comes here. If I click on this, you will get some different value. See, this one is Aberdeen International Airport. So this one is the child class
Mm-hmm.
of this parent class. UI ID.
Mm-hmm.
So let me check. I'll take this parent ID. Search it is unique
Mm-hmm.
or not. Just put a hash and check it out. Yes, it's unique one. I'll take this ID here. Copy. Now, if I just write here one more it block, it enter the airport name. I'll just use the callback function. Okay. Now this one is my parent ID. Now I have to search in the parent. I have to search the child one. This is my child one. This parent contains all the child. This one is child class. So I have to search in that that string. So I'll just copy this to class. Just here. Let me stop this one. Because of this, my C gets slow. So I use here dot find. Not that child class. Okay. Now I have to search out now in that one that so in that case I have to iterate. Hello.
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah. No, I have to
Can you hear
iterate.
me?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you. Now I have to use each iterator here.
Okay.
Element, comma index, comma list. Use a callback function here. Okay. Now, in this case, I have to just take one constant here, constant, and I'll take the airport name. This is
Mhm.
my variable. I'll just put here el dot text. I'll take the jQuery function. First of all, let me check all the airport name is getting displayed or not. Cvi.log airport name. Let me check here what result I'm getting now. It get open now.
Okay. A little slow.
Yeah, end-to-end testing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, why I have closed this one, because of this, my PC get slow.
Mhm.
That's the reason I have to close down.
Mhm.
Now dynamic drop down for I have to go there. This one. Now here you can see
Mhm.
find your error. Okay, timeout. Okay,
Mhm.
let me check what happened. Okay, what mistake I have done? Can you find out? If I open this code,
Line menu item.
can you tell me what mistake I have done?
Um, yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know.
Okay,
I think it
so
wasn't quite finding the airport name.
yeah, so I forget to put a dot. It's a class name, na?
You forgot to put in what? I'm sorry.
Dot.
Dot.
It's a class name, na? So I cannot use without dot, without
The
hash.
class name. Oh, okay.
Got it?
So instead of I had a hashtag, believe it or not. So it's a dot. And then the other one would be a dot, the UI menu item.
Dot
Okay.
is used
I don't
for
have it.
the
Mhm,
class
okay.
and hash for ID.
Dot is class. Okay. Hash is ID. Okay.
Got it. See if I select one menu here,
Huh,
if I copy and just paste here, I just put here comma, sorry, dot.
mm,
See, I'm getting 200.
mhm.
Got it. And it said to,
Wow.
yeah,
Yeah.
got it.
Wow. I ended up further. I got 1 out of 194. Hmm,
Okay. So, UI menu dot. I'll just go here. I'll just put here. Okay, that's correct.
okay. Okay. So
So it's a
find
each operator I'm taking here. Okay, ID. So let me check here what result I'm getting. A got, yeah. Now I just want the log here. Okay, so what
okay.
happened in
UI
this
menu
case?
item.
I'm getting a zero here only. Why zero? Let me check. If I close this one, UI menu, close this one, close this one also. Okay, now what happened? Let me check here. Here, let me check. If I close this one, okay, this one is the parent. UI ID 3. Okay, so UI ID 3 is my parent, and this contain the. If I want to select UI li, if I click this one, okay, UI menu item is not getting selected here. Let me go to my another class, another file which I have made long back. So the here is the ID got changed. Instead of 3 is getting 2, no? Here I have this. Okay, so yeah, got it. If I close this one, instead of 2, if I take now if I run this one,
Going on mute for a minute.
yeah, okay, that's nice. Okay, okay. My system got slow now.
Okay, I'm off mute.
Yeah,
I'm watching.
if I click this one, yeah, I got all the 198 things. Can you see? Hello? Hello? Dennis, I cannot hear you right now. Hello?
Hmm.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
I guess it says your microphone isn't
yeah,
working.
I'm
Huh.
hearing you. Can you hear me? No.
Mhm.
Let me.
Okay. Can you show me your script before you log out? Okay. All right. Thank you. I will stay logged in then. Thank you.
Okay.